I shall light a candle of understanding in thine heart, which shall not be put out. I shall light. First, debts to pay and fences to mend, then later rest the past with the foes disguised as friends. I shall light a candle of understanding in thine heart. All things in a place then, in a many-chambered heart, for each thing a place, and for him a place apart. I shall light a candle of understanding in thine heart, which shall not be put out. And by the hand that lit the candle, by the never-to-be-extinguished flame, by the candle wax which wind-worried drips into candle wings, luminous and rare, by the illumination of that candle exit death and fear and doubt. Here love and possibility within a lit heart shining out. Good afternoon, thank you so much, Manchester. Manny, I saw that, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who's here on a lovely afternoon like this, the poets and players, and two wonderful poets. And to my beautiful, beautiful friends at the Carcanet Publishing, John McAuliffe. Jasmine, you still here? Okay, girl, thank you. And Michael Schmidt, who, when I sent this manuscript to them, I didn't know what to expect. I'll just tell you a little bit about this. I won't go on about this too long, but when I was doing my A-level art, I did a A-level art history course, and I was shown a painting, you know, a print of Henry Holiday's Dante and Beatrice, and he's meeting her by this bridge, and he's clutching his heart because he sees her and he's so undone by love. And I was so undone by that painting that I almost fainted, and I thought, why has this happened to me? And then I tried to ignore, to avoid Dante for the rest of my life, I thought. But he kept following me around no matter what I did. And when I was growing up, I'm quite old, there were lots of, you could see a lot of the Gustave Doré prints, you know, in evidence everywhere around, especially that lovely one of Bertrand de Born carrying his head like a lamb. Lovely image, you know. So all of that made me just never want to have anything to do with this. Long story short, I ended up doing it. And I finally came to see that maybe I did it because this is the most important thing maybe anybody ever wrote, I think. This work has medicine. It is a poem for the time. Even if you don't read this one, some version of the Inferno will help every single person, I think, whoever reads it. There's balm and medicine and steadying in it. I keep appealing to everyone to think about the time of guides. Virgil guiding Dante is really instructive for this time. If you have any talent as a guide or an inclination, now is the time to bring it forth. Because we have never more, I mean, it speaks to this world as it is, and I'm not going to preach anymore. Except to say, my version of Dante, my Virgil is Louise Bennett, the great Jamaican folklorist and poet, and it's set in Jamaica. And Canto 1 finds me not halfway through the journey of our life, but in halfway tree, which is a big center in Jamaica, a big sort of urban center. And I think if you heard that at midnight, you would maybe be a little afraid. Halfway tree. The journey of our life found me there at midnight in a ramshackle state. For to tell you the truth, my feet had strayed. Tongue cannot tell how this place was tough. To talk of it made me frightened all over again. Bitter, barren, only death itself could be worse. But the price that I pay for my survival is this. I am now must and bound to tell you of the good I found down there. Well, ma'am, well, sir. How to tell I reached down there so it's hard. But my mind was mixed up, contrary, divided, and I slip and slide away from the straight path. I walk and walk till I get to the foot of a mountain at the end of Stony Valley, where what I saw all but caused my heart to attack me in my chest. I look up and see the shoulders of the mountain, decorated with sunbeams sent by the guide planet to cheer the pure in heart along the way. And when I see this, my fear was dampened a bit, so that the panic that would pitch and toss me all night to my heart's core abated. And like a swimmer who's out of her depth in big sea, who battled the waves till she reached shore, and as she blow for breath, she marvels how she managed to escape from grave watery death. And just like that, I turned back to study with awe. The dark past, none before me did ever leave alive. And as I catch up my weary self and I start to climb up the rocky mountain, making sure to put my foot where I'd have no cause to slip and fall, when lo and behold, there on the mountain slope, a leopardess, pardon her foot light, it's swift, her skin spotted like black ink on ivory dominoes. And she was shuffling there, staring dead into my face. Black, she tried to block my every step. All I could do was shape and shift sideways. By now, it was near break of day. The morning sun was rising up to take the place of the lingering stars surrounded love divine, whose hand connected the great lights and turned them on high to shine. Ah, the soft early hours, the tender doctor breeze, caused me to feel I could conquer the ferocious fanged spotted beast. But that hope proved to be weak, not strong enough to overcome my fear when I saw tearing down upon me a lion, massive dread, hungry, driving him like a big engine so that even the breeze blew like it was frayed. Then a she-wolf lurking beside him, craven, scrawny, mager. You could see the white squall at her mouth corner, and you know she had caused many to suffer and feel it. And the sight of her just broke my spirit. I gave up right there any hope of being able to climb up that mountain. And just like someone who's a worldling, who one day loses all their earthly possessions, just sinks down into despond. That makes them cry cree, as give up spirit overtakes, is so I became in the presence of the wild beast, bearing down the mountain on me step by step. And as I was beating my retreat to a lower level, before my frightened eyes a big woman appeared. Her voice calm, like for a long time she'd been quiet. And when I see her in that wretched place, I plead, help me do, pity me, whoever you may be, living somebody or Maypen Duppy, do help me. I did alive one time, but now I'm not living. Me come from good parents. My father was a baker, my mother was a dressmaker, and I born when King George sat down upon him throne. I was a little girl picked me when I reached upon a star for the gift to write poetry and praise people in my own Jama town. And that wish made me the target of plenty fling stone. But I never stopped defending my language. I trained at RADA, and for my stage was the whole world. But why you going back down to crosses and woe? Why you don't go and climb up to the higher heights of Mount Bunununus, up to the peak of joy? Are you, Miss Lou, the fountainhead of inspiration, from whom the Hope River of creativity flows? So I asked her, my head in respect due bowed down. Oh, lady, you are the queen of our people's hearts. In the name of my faithful study of your books, my regard for your wit and eloquence, help me, please. You are my model and mentor, and it is from your example I have crafted this hybrid style for which people worldwide now give me speak. You see that beast I'm running from? Please do protect me from her, O mother of our yard, for my blood is trembling in my veins with fear. I shiver as I stand up here. You going to have to go by a different way, she said, if you're going to make your way out of this bitter place. For that wild beast that making you so afraid, she don't allow nobody to flourish, prosper, nor thrive. She stand up, block the road, she kill who pass by. Her nature so gravelicious, so run against and bad mind, her appetite cannot satisfy. Even she get a belly full that make her want more, and she join up with some other bloodsucker with her come below. And she will go on same way till the time when the great one will not come for them off the fat of the land, but for feed with wisdom come. And that one going to be the Caribbean Savior. The one who Grandin Nanny, Marcus Garvey, and all our freedom fighters been preparing for. Across our islands in every village and town. And that one will drive the beast back till she drop back to hell from where Satan sent her for tear down. But right now, I think it's best for you to follow behind me so I can guide you through this God-forsaken den where we'll witness worries, crosses, and woe, and see some ancestral spirits so tormented I lament how them dead not one time but two. I will see them one who submit themselves to cleansing flames, hoping one day they will rise up clean and get let into the holy company. But if you want to reach the heaven's seventh level, them have a soul more qualified than me to escort you. I will put you in our care when I leave, for some who in charge up here don't also approve of this school. Because I don't defend no hierarchy, division, race, or class, and hesitate to elevate me. The straw bosses on high who rule this place say, we alone decide who will fall and who will rise. Hear me, O great poet, I beg you by the Most High who you serve, do help me, so I might be able to fly from all this wickedness and worse. Wheresoever you say we should go, I will go. So one day I can stand in the presence of Brother Keeper, Heaven's Gatekeeper, and those souls you say are bowed down so low under tribulation and so sorely in need of comfort and hope, and whose most pitiful state you warn me about. And it's so she move on, and I follow. The sun had gone down, and the dusk was setting free, living things on earth, from daily round and common task. And me one alone, was getting ready to tackle the perilous journey before me, calling on good spirits to have pity, and all this my clear memory will now recall. O high intelligence, beg you help me do. O presence of mind that show me what to write down, what I saw. Now everyone will know your value. And it is so I'll start. High poet, come to guide me. Do assure me I am worthy before you and me start to trot down this unpaved and rocky road. You're the one who wrote how Marcus Garvey traveled till he reached the land of the ancestors and walked as living man amongst Duppy. And even if the conqueror of all evil blessed him, remember who he was and the mighty works he did bring forth. So this to anyone cannot seem, when giving things thought, as anything but just and right. For in the highest heights, he was chosen as the guardian of our archipelago of islands, of our sea, air, and land, up to the Blue Mountains, those elevated sites of holiness, follows of Saints Peter and Paul Vogel walk upon. And from the same journey he wrote of in poems, Nanny learned strategy that brought victory. And later, the Anointed One went there and forward back with inspiration by chanting redemption song. But why is me must go? Who says so? I am not Garvey, Nanny, nor Marley. Nobody, not even me, would consider me of worth. If I take on this journey, it might prove pure folly. You're smart. You can penetrate what is in my heart. Like one who wish a wish and take it back, decide her mind and say no, as a brand new second-hand idea passed through, so she abandons her first thought. That was me, standing there on the darkling slope, pondering how to end the beginning of that venture I was so easy to take upon myself at first. The spirit of the Waymaker poet replied, if I hear you right, it's like a spirit down pressed with cowardice. You are a one who panic when you see your own shadow. You must get released from fear. So make I tell you why I come here. The words that I hear when I started to feel compassion for your mortal soul. I was in limbo, barred from going above or below. When a lady called me to her, she said, she did God bless, she's full of grace. I said I would do anything she want. Her two eyes shine like the evening star, and in a soft, level voice, she started to speak to me in her own unique, inspired, sweet-mouthed way that angels talk. O noble soul, O most honored and exalted one, whose reputation in this world continues to grow and will endure as long as this globe revolves. My good friend, not fate's though, has gone off track, on a hard, barren way where so many impediments, fringes are set, her own fright has turned her back. I fear that she may perhaps have gone too wide from what they report back to me in heaven, that I might well be too late in coming to her aid. You go right now, and with the ability to speak, take whatsoever you need and set her free. Do assist, help her out, and by so doing, set my mind at peace. It's me, Miss B, who is begging you to go. Where I come from is where I want to go back to. Love sent me here. Through me, love is talking to you. When I go back and stand up before our Lord, I will put in many a good word about you to him. After that, she said nothing. Then I started to profess. Oh, gracious lady, only through you the human being can pass through and go beyond the core of the world that can hold inside the smallest dimple of the moon. Your request fill up my heart with pure happiness. If I already do what you did ask me to do, it would seem that I do it too late. Just state your wish. But tell me how you managed to make that journey all the way from the place beyond outer space, your home of divine security you must go back to. Aye, aye, aye. That is one deep question you're asking me, dear. Let me try to make it plain. Explain it simply. Tell you, she said, why I'm never afraid for come here. A person must only stand in fear of the things them that have real power for harm them. Not one thing we say, not one else thing must make you afraid. God gave a lion heart spirit to me as a gift of grace. The torment them you're going through don't touch me. In my case, even hellfire itself is not no real threat. One kind-hearted, loving woman is up there in heaven, grieving over what happened to the one I sent you to. She feels it so hard. She shattered heaven's strict code. She called out to Lucy and requested a favor. She said, the loyal Pasera is truly in need of you. And it's so to you I am commending the care of her soul. Now Lucy, who don't defend no form of wickedness, make haste and come to where I was sitting down beside one of the ancients named Auntie Roche. She said, Miss B, like how God always appraise you, you can't just go and help the one who have such a tender heart. She walk off, leave everything for poetry. You can't see the long eye water that she weep. You don't see how the living dead are threatened her by that old river that's so deep it can swallow sea. And there's nobody alive who get more anxious to help out and promote this just cause here than me when I heard what you said. Oh, I must leave the blessed assurance of my holy habitation and come here and put my trust in poetry's silver tongue that brings promise and honor to you and all who hear it. And when she finished presenting her case of pure wisdom, she turned to one side and her eye water fall down. And Lord, how that made me anxious now to come. And see, I'm here, just as how she asked me to be. And look, see how I free you from that beast that they determined to block your way to success. So what's wrong now? Why you linger? It's because you're coward deep down in your heart? Why you're not courageous, bold, and fearless? When you have three of the strongest, most righteous women who watch out for you in heaven. Plus, I don't talk with water in my mouth. Everything I say goes so. And just like the shame lady flowers that droop down when night come, until the sun shines on its petals, and then it just lift up its head again and spring fresh again. It's just so my waning strength started to rise in me. I find courage building up my heart, and so I start out big and bold, like one who get hold and then get released. Oh, tender-hearted lady who sent me to you to help me, and you, Miss Lou, who was so kind that you convey her words of blessing that you sent me do for me. You and your caring words that speak move me to my heart with such strong desire to press onward, so much now I am gone back to my original purpose. Let us start. For all of us here are of one heart. You are my teacher, my guide and mentor. That is what I said to her as she and me start off. down the road packed with pit, pot, and sinkhole. Thank you very much.